welcome. And you might be surprised why today's interview will be in English, but it's due to our guest. That is why you're happy to switch on the Polish subtitles if you want to. And my today's guest is Costas Tziamalis, Deputy CEO of ASBIS Group. Hello, Costas.
Hello, Tymoteusz. Hello to all the viewers.
I will not ask you about the weather because I know that the investors and people who are really interested into ASBIS are maybe not interested into Cyprus weather. We are not in a competition from Poland to the Cyprus weather, but you can just give us just a small hint of how the weather good is at Cyprus at the moment.
Actually, the weather is excellent. It's almost 34, 35 degrees today in Limassol. But I still want investors to like me. Therefore, I'm not going to say anything more than that.
Yeah, it's not the weather we're going to speak of. Obviously, we would like to talk about something also great, which are the estimated generated consolidated revenues in the month of May, and comparing it to the last year's 2024 results in the same month, you have increased of approximately 40%, which in numbers means $320 million in 2025, and it was $228 million in May 2024. So as you may guess, my basic and the main question will be, what has happened, Costas? Is there a place or a month or a time when ASBIS will stop raising and growing much further than this? Because you're always setting the new records and then you beating it and then you set the new records again. Will it ever stop?
We hope not. We sincerely hope not. Indeed, Tymoteusz, the company has managed to deliver a very good revenue result for May, which has followed actually the very good 33% revenue increase in April of this year. Not to mention the small increase that we had in quarter one of 25, but sticking to April and May, indeed, the increases are significant. Indeed, multiple countries are able to increase their revenue significantly. And this is not related to a specific market or a specific product line. This is an effort from the group to bring to the market the products that are needed at this moment. And at this moment, we see that we are riding the horse of the AI revolution, and the majority of growth that comes in this couple of months, it is a result of the group being able to deliver to the markets we operate significant amounts of products that are needed for big data centers, for big projects that are related to AI storage and not only. We are engaged with multiple customers in multiple countries for projects that are continuously upgrading their data centers, which are enabling them to process more and more information and store more and more data in regards to their AI capabilities. And obviously, we have managed to resolve significant issues that we faced in the recent past. So we see that our smartphone business is growing as well, which allows us to be very, very optimistic for the future. And answering your first part of the question, whether this is going to stop, we do not see it stopping anytime soon.
The AI revolution is here, whether someone likes it or not. Costas, or are the Nvidia products responsible for such a growth worldwide with the AI revolution? And is it something that you see specifically at ASBIS, or are there any group of products worth mentioning as well?
Nvidia products are well demanded, obviously, but and ASBIS is well established with Nvidia, and the relationship we have is extremely good. But currently, the products that are, let's say, running the horse ahead are memory modules for data centers, storage products for data centers, um, server CPUs, as well as, like I said before, smartphones that we managed to bring back into the position number one, which are again well demanded in our markets and driving ahead the growth story of ASBIS. As regards to specific markets, we do not have, like I said, markets that are underperforming, but there are specific markets that are doing significantly better than others.
I will ask you about the specific markets a bit later, but before that, I would like to ask you about which of the three business areas is now leading business for ASBIS? Is it distribution, development, or supplying the AOT or ICT products at the moment? If you can think about it for a short time, which of those three main business areas is the now leading for ASBIS?
Okay. All three major segments of ASBIS business is doing very well, are doing very well. So, yes, indeed, that the ICT distribution is now leading the growth, meaning that we see great numbers delivering from, like I said, traditional component business, where the backbone, the DNA of ASBIS has been built with, but also we see some very good revenues in consumer segments and in value-added distribution.
Thank you very much. I need to ask you, as a being also a musician, not only being connected to media, I need to ask you about the Bang Olufsen company. I remember when ASBIS was bringing it to different markets, and now you have also communicated to us that there is a new Bang Olufsen in Italy and also in Africa, which is supposed to be also an interesting market for ASBIS. Can you tell us more about those two specific markets?
Before I touch these two markets, allow me to say that the Bang Olufsen, the BNO project, is getting bigger and bigger with ASBIS. You very correctly said that some years ago we communicated to you that we engaged with this brand, we engaged with this company, and I have to admit that the market that time took it quite positively. And now is the time that we capitalize on this very good relationship we have. Indeed, in Italy, we have opened a flagship store in Milan. The opening was only very recently, and it was a very, very big success in that respect. You understand that Milano is the fashion and luxury capital of Europe, and we have invested significantly in making a store equal or equivalent to the city's standards. We have now engaged with BNO, and we are making events in that flagship store that are going to really attract significant amount of people to visit the store. Hopefully also drive sales to a very good level. Indeed, we opened a second store in South Africa, which again, we are investing significantly and we see very good development in that market. It's worth mentioning here, Tymoteusz, that we are in the process of opening 3 stores in California. We said that we are not ready to say when they will be ready, but we are in the process. Architects have started and kicked in. We understand that in these kind of territories, like West Hollywood is, or San Francisco and Palo Alto, which are the places which are opening in the near future, we are talking about significant investments. We are talking about stores that will make the difference. And from that time onwards, ASBIS become a global player with B&O in the US as well. And there are some more significant news to follow with B&O, which will be announced accordingly down the line. Very happy with the development of this relationship. The group correctly invested into that relationship, and the B&O management sees and respects and appreciates the efforts. Therefore, we believe that on that brand, we are going to see much better results in the very near future.
Costas, can I ask you about the future plans regarding B&O? Do you have a specific limit of stores global that you would like to open, or maybe in specific regions of the world that are still to be developed in sometime in the future?
We do not have limit, that's for sure. ASBIS and limits are not very well connected as entities, but we have plans. Like I said, after we complete the US project on the west side, on the west coast, we might see something happening also on the east coast of the US. We are talking and we are considering other European cities, but still, Timotheus, allow me not to say more on that respect, because we don't have something really rock solid to be announced. Therefore, when we see it, we will come back to you and inform our investors and obviously our viewers.
Well, definitely we'll be looking for that information, hopefully quite soon. I would like to come back with you to Africa to ask you about how is the market growing, which specific brands or products are most popular in Africa, but also would like to ask you about the conflict that is now taking place in between Israel and Iran. Does that influence any business in the Middle East for ASBIS?
A conflict always influences, and yeah, from Cyprus, we were able to see the bombs coming in, the missiles coming in from Iran to Israel, especially at night times. That's how close it is. Now, direct, let's say, we did not have affection in business as yet. We saw some slowdown though in the Middle East area. It was temporarily, and when there is a conflict so close, people tend to wait before they order, or people prefer to keep a more, let's say, prudent stand towards making more and more business. However, we see that this looks that is going to an end. And we saw that because a year ago we had the issue with Israel and the neighboring countries in Lebanon. They had all these issues with the Gaza Strip. Now, what we hope, what we wish, first of all, as humans, is for the wars to stop, for people to sit on a common table and find solutions through diplomacy. But strictly speaking, this did not really affect ASBIS's business in the area. Now, in your first question was relating to Africa. Our South African business is doing great. It's not a secret that it's one of the leading growing countries since we got significant contracts in South Africa, which are now picking up, and we see much better results. Our North African business is also doing great. Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia are picking up. We see some very good pipeline of revenues coming from these countries. The group is also considering expansion in the continent. We are in discussions in specific countries of the West African region to go and see whether we need to create subsidiaries or not. These are news to be announced in the next quarter, given our decision making and how we will be able to tackle specifics of these very different from us, I dare say, difficult markets to join. But nevertheless, these are markets that have very low penetration in the products we sell, and we believe that it's the future to stay close and do things in Africa, which will bring much more revenues down the line. Like I said, and we're very proud to see our South African business picking up the way we estimated it, the way we confirmed to the Polish investors that things will move and happen for us, given that we had all these ingredients to make a success story from the country as well.
Thank you, Costas. Now coming down to Poland, can you please tell us how Poland is performing compared to the other markets? As far as I know, we were doing pretty good, even though it's a quite interesting time globally.
The Polish operation is growing very nicely for us. I'm happy to tell you that month to month, year on year, Polish operation double its business. There is a super dedicated team. There are very good contracts in the country, which we are able to deliver to the market products that are needed. The Polish customers, more and more Polish customers are engaging with us, seeing the fact that ASBIS is in a position to deliver goods for the right time, at the right prices, obviously. ASBIS being an authorized distributor for so many years in so many countries is supplier of choice for many Polish customers. Very proud of the Polish team, very proud of the Polish business, and I don't see them stopping. Some years ago, we gave them a challenge to be top 3, and I think they are now running straight to that position.
Thank you, Costas. Let us stop here. We're just a few days away from the end of June, so we'll be looking forward to see some interesting news about potential sales, and also ending up and coming up to the end of quarter 2 and also the first half of the year, which probably the summarize of the financial revenues will come, as I understood, in August when you'll visit Warsaw. So we'll probably will be meeting in person, which I'm looking forward to have a specific news and revenues directly from ASBIS Group. Costas Tziamalis, Deputy CEO of ASBIS Group, was my guest today. Costas, thank you very much for joining me for that interview.
Thank you very much. Dziękuję bardzo. I'll see you in Warsaw.
Thank you very much, and thank you for watching, and goodbye.